Hello and welcome back to Rawslowgaming and our Let's Play series here of Football Manager 2019 with the Best City Football Club. We're currently in our third season and got promoted to Verona National League last season, and our objective is basically just to try and avoid relegation. We have been doing pretty well in the start of the season. Now we are just about in the middle of the season, and or later on here in the early to mid-season have been not good at all, unfortunately, and we are now down to 17th place in the league. We have been up to, well, around 11th, but yeah, that's not really the case anymore, and the relegation zone is closing in for every game, more or less at the moment, and that is quite unfortunate for us, and we really need to pick up the form here. Unfortunately, I think that will be pretty hard for the two upcoming games we have, since we are also weaker on the away pitch, and we have two tough games as the away team. First here against Bromley, and then against Dagenham and Redbridge, who are second and fifth in the league. So will definitely be a couple of hard games coming up here. But let's check out the English FA Trophy draw. So we will meet Margate or Kingstonian as an away team, but they are actually from a non-league at least, so it should be a very easy win on there, hopefully, to get through to the round after that. And yeah, we'll move forward here towards the first game against Bromley and do the team selections. But if you do enjoy this content and this Let's Play series, please smash that like button. It really means a lot, actually, and it will really help me and the channel, and also let me know that you like the content that we bring to you here. So we got some pre-match tactical advice here from Jim Rollo, or assistant managers. We'll follow these team instructions to add, and then he doesn't suggest to change any of the players, so we'll have to do that ourselves, which we always do, of course. We think we should switch some players around, but sometimes there is suggestion to take players out of the team due to underperforming and things like that. But anyway, we got also a report here for last month, so we made a profit of almost 12.5k, which is pretty decent here. Let's see here, we got some prediction from the bookmakers, and we are heavy underdogs according to them, so let's hope we can make a surprise here. And our board confidence is pretty good for more or less everything except the tactics, and I guess matches is a little bit low as well, which is a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully we can turn things around here in December somehow, and yeah, we'll move forward once again. And also, if you do like the content and you haven't hit that subscription button yet, please do so you're sure to not miss out on any of the content that we bring to you daily here at Rawslowgaming. And if you have any questions, thoughts, or anything about how we are playing the game or anything like that, do leave a comment. I read everything, and I always do enjoy reading all your thoughts, and the most positive and informative comment on each episode will get pinned, just so you know. And we'll go to the team selection down here for this match, and Hayden and Tavares had terrible games last match, and Barrett had so as well. Actually, Barrett have had 2 terrible games in a row, so we'll actually switch out Barrett. I think that's the most important thing we'll do, and actually play Ward here a little bit, so you will get a chance here. And other than that, I don't really want to change any players here. I do think this is the best lineup we can use and should use here. And I think we have the correct players here on the bench as well. So we'll just submit the team here and hope that they can, better themselves really, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. So let's kick off and play here for the match. So not much happening here the first few minutes. And we have a highlight here, a free kick from Genovese. Passes to Stewart to Paxman and takes the ball forward here into Adloyd, and he's unfortunately dispossessed. And we have the ball up here in the midfield for Bromley, and it's a through ball here, Jutkiewicz versus the keeper, and it's saved, but once again the rebound just goes straight out to one of their players, and it's a goal here for Bromley, making the lead 0-1 for Bassett versus Bromley. And once again, yeah, it's a good save from the keeper, but bad defending, letting that rebound get to their player straight away. So highlight here once again in the 29th minute, goal kick from the Bromley keeper, but only into the hands of a defender, but bad pass up, and it's once again a shot here from Bromley, but saved by our keeper. And the highlight is still not over, it seems. It's Adeloy here, maybe 1-on-1, and it's Brunt, and he shoots over the bar, unfortunately. A good chance there, with no result. And another highlight here in the 31st minute, and once again, unfortunately, it's for Bromley, and it's a through ball to Umarai, but it's actually in at the back head of him, so the ball just come back, but it's to the defenders of Bromley, and they get one-on-one versus our keeper once again, but we managed to deflect the shot just before the goal. So here's comes the corner. And it's a shot here from Bromley, but it's saved by our keeper. And we got a free kick out of it as well. And we have another highlight here, and it's another chance for Bromley, and our keeper saves once again. And it's another corner here for Bromley. And actually I'm thinking a little bit about that maybe we should be playing cautious as a default mentality, and not maybe positive, since we are not that strong at the moment. But we are decently strong in the defense, actually, I feel, at least, even though our guys in defense are definitely underperforming all at the time, but moving our mentality to cautious, that might change, and we will make the play more like on counter-attacks, and maybe that will work a lot better. And there's the second goal for Bromley, and yeah, that was just a matter of time, really. They have had chance after chance, and we have managed to save, and they have had the shot outside the goal and everything like that. So you see here on the shots and shots on target, it's really a one-sided game at the moment. And a shot there over the bar once again from Bromley. So after one half, the scoreline is 0-2 for Bath City versus Bromley. Shots are 2-14, shots on target 1-7, and possession 51-49%. So pretty much as expected here so far in this match, I would say. We would have, of course, wanted to play better or make a surprise here. But that's not really the case at all so far. And we'll criticize here calmly and those players that were below or at 6.3 or lower. Unfortunately, that didn't seem to do any good for us, but I guess that's mostly what we actually can do, I feel. And a corner here for Bath from Stewart. And it's to Adloy to Gray. And to Adloy once again. It passes into Gray and it's across to Markane and he shoots straight at the keeper. So no goal there. A good chance to get a reduction in, but unfortunately not the case. And the highlight is still not over, so maybe it will be Bromley definitely ending this game or ending any chances for us to make a draw or something like that. But actually we break the ball in the defense, and it's Adloy versus the keeper, and it's just saved there by the keeper. So here comes the corner from Stewart, and it's outside the penalty box, and that's the highlight all done. And corner from Bromley here, and just over the bar, or actually quite a long way over the bar. And we passed the 60-minute mark, so let's do some substitutions here. So we'll switch Tavares out here. And Markane as well, who's very tired here. Also have a yellow card. And I think we'll actually switch Paxman out here as well. And I guess at this stage we will just be happy if we manage to lose by just 0-2. But here we have a chance for Bromley, but we managed to deflect that shot to a corner. So here's the corner for Bromley, and it's deflected out to the to the corner. So nothing more happening in that chance. And maybe the last highlight here, a shot from Bromley but saved by our keeper. So Ward playing really well here, so I think we'll actually play Ward in our next game as well. And the final whistle should be here straight after this free kick or before it, and that's the case. So the final scoreline for Bath City versus Bromley is 0-2. Shots are 6-26, shots on target is 4-14, and possession is 52-48%. So overall, our players actually all had decently well game, a decently well game, except the players that we subbed up that had a little bit worse game, but really not that much. So I'd say in the second half we did perform decently. So I think it actually was pretty decent, and hopefully they don't lose too much confidence. And we are now 19th in the league, and as I said, losing ground more and more, or closing in more and more, so to say, to the relegation zone, unfortunately. And we don't want extra time in the FA Trophy, so we'll get a home match in the case that we manage to get a draw, or only get a draw against Margate. So we have, as said, another tough game coming up here against Dagenham Red, and as you see, we have a very poor league performance here. So we had a pretty good run here in the first couple of games, and then we had a good run here. And here from the last 5, 6, 7 games we have had a very, very bad run. But hopefully we can get something better out of it very, very soon. And as said, I think we'll actually move to a cautious mentality as default here. And maybe that can help us here, since we aren't the strongest of teams. And we have something about Ollis, and don't really know what. We aren't using him, and he's on a month-to-month contract, so really he can leave whenever he wants. And we get some pre-match instruction or tactical advice here from our assistant manager Jim Norlo, so we'll follow the instruction to add and also the instruction to remove. And here we get the suggestion to drop Ollie Merge for a Ringo Hutton as well. Apparently Ollis wants a new contract, and well, we don't really want to offer him a new contract at all, so we'll just leave with no comment to the press. And according to the bookmakers here, in the upcoming game we have even worse odds than in the last game, so more or less impossible game. And let's check the scouting meeting here and see if we have any interesting players to scout, and unfortunately that's not the case. And we have a decent training week behind us with an average rating of 7.14, and not the greatest at all, but decent. And we have Barrett improving on a few stats, which is very nice. We have several players improving a little bit, which is good. Merch here, unfortunately, getting way worse, which is a bit sad. And we'll have Madaluz here that will criticize a little bit. So we'll let all players that need match sharpness in our senior team to play in the under 23 for 60 minutes per match until they are match fit. Or usual tactics for having our senior players as fit as possible, so we can choose all the players from the bench and so on as well. Yeah, so we have actually a couple of players here very tired. Genovese for 1 and Stewart here, so we'll switch those two out for our long players that we have in place for them. And we'll take a look here on Merch how he performed last game, since we did get a suggestion from our assistant manager to switch him out, and I don't really think that is justified, since he did play a 6.8. We'll definitely keep Adeloy and Brandt in as strikers here, I think. So I think this is the best option for us to play. and our defenders, as said, have played pretty poorly together, but I really want them to play good together, so I think we'll try to just use them nonetheless and hope that they can get their act together. So we'll play here and hope that we can make some sort of change here when we're playing a little bit more cautious and not so optimistic, maybe. And it's Dagenred who are through, and it's just outside the goal there, just outside the post, so very lucky. And we got the highlight here, Brunt with the throw-in to Gray, back to Brunt, and back to Gray here, and the cross is in, and it's to Paxman, and it's a goal for Bath City here, taking the lead 1-0 for not for Paxman, but for Bath versus Dagenred. So a great start here with a lead in the 14th minute. So definitely a little bit lucky here on that deflection from one of the defenders in Dagenred. So it definitely seems like we aren't getting hammered as much in this game, at least, like we did in the last match. We are definitely having way lower possession, it seems like, but shots on target, it seemed like it was pretty even, and the whole team seems a lot more collected, or collected is one word you could use, I guess. And here we have Hill hitting the top bar. So almost a 2-0 lead there for Bath City versus Dagenred. But yeah, I feel like the team is playing a lot more tighter here when using cautious. Maybe it's the case, or they are just playing better, I don't know. So the scoreline after one half here for Bath City versus Dagenred is 1-0. And shots are 6-3, shots on target 3-0, and possession 42-58%. So considering how the odds are for us and the current form and everything, I'm almost over the moon how we are performing so far in the game. So we're definitely dominating the game in all ways except the possession, I guess. So definitely, as I said, very, very happy with this so far. And looking at the ratings of the players, all players have been doing very well here as well, so that's nice too. We'll just hope that they can keep the good play up here in the second half. And we do have a lot of yellow cards here though, so we'll definitely do some substitution here pretty soon and try to switch out as many yellow carded players as possible, just not to get a red card. But we do have a highlight here in the 51st minute. It's Dagenred with the shot, and it's equalized. It's a 1-1, and that looked like a shot that should maybe have been saved by the keeper. And compact play here, I said, from the team, and that really should have been saved by the keeper. So a mistake there from Award, I would say. But we do have a highlight straight off from the kickoff after that goal here in the 52nd, 53rd minute. Hopefully it will be for Bath City, but at the moment it seems it will be for Dagenred. And here's the cross down. It's another goal here for Dagenred, taking the lead and making the scoreline 1-2 for Bath City versus Dagenred. So all that great stuff I said after one half is basically out through the window here. Some very easy mistakes here, and misses in the markings, and a mistake from our keeper makes it all change here. So now Dag and Red are leading, so we'll definitely need to go to attacking here, and we'll switch out some players as well. So we'll put switch out Markanday for Rig. We'll put on Stewart instead of Hill. And we'll actually switch out Ryan Brandt here as well, who's very tired. We'll play Adloy as an advanced forward, and we'll play Oliver as a poacher. And we'll show some passion. And hope that we can get a miracle or get something to happen here. But we have a corner here from Dagen Red, unfortunately, and it's another goal for Dagen Red, basically puncturing the game here, I'd say. And the scoreline now 1-3 for Bath City versus Dagen Red. And once again, it's a rebound that only gets to the opposition straight away, unfortunately. And a corner here by Stewart to Paxman to Adloy, and we get a reduction here, 2-3 for Bath City versus Dagen Red now. So maybe there still is a small chance, and a good goal there by Rig, the first one of the season. So very nice, and we actually got that rebound a little bit lucky ourselves as well, which is nice to actually have something go our way, which it certainly haven't done the last couple of games here. And another highlight here in the 78th minute, it looks to be for Dagen Red at the moment. Corey with the ball up here and to Sandbu on the right hand side, and the cross is in. And it's out to a corner here for Dagen Red, and the corner comes in and it's cleared to a throw in. So I guess that should be the end of the highlight. Don't really know what specifically was such a highlight there. I didn't see it for sure. But we have another highlight here in the 82nd minute. It's Dagen Red with the ball being taken up, but we broke the ball, and it's passing, and it's equalized here. It's 3-3 for Bath City versus Dagen Red. Adloy there with a very important goal, and Oliver with a very good play here, with a pass back to Gray, and then a through ball and a very good pass into Adloy, and Adloy very good, sliding tackle, I'd say, to reach that ball. So still with a chance here, and we'll maybe go down to cautious here. Just that we don't really want to lose. We have been doing very good here in the end, actually, and that should be the final whistle here any second, and that's the final whistle. So what a game! The final scoreline then 3-3 for Bath City versus Dagen Red. Shots 14-11, shots on target 6 versus 7, and possession 44 versus 56%. And so looking at the stats of the players, we actually have performed pretty decently, but once again, unfortunately, I think it's our defense that have let ourselves down, and also I think it's now time to bring on our first keeper here, and Kellen Ward will maybe get another chance in the season, but I think we want Barrett back in his position. Maybe that would have been enough to have won this game, who knows? We'll actually never know, but anyway, this is a decent game, and hopefully this can mark the turn of form for us, and maybe we can have some good games coming up here. I certainly hope that's the case. It will really mean a lot, since we are struggling a little bit, and as I said, are more and more closer to the relegation zone, which is not ideal at all. But after that match we actually move up one spot, so we are now 18th in the league, and still relegation zone is at 17 points and we are at 25 points, so it's all right, I guess. One surprise here in the league definitely should be Wellstone, who are actually, I think, a little bit better odds. No, not the case anymore, so Wellstone here climbing up a lot. We were at 100 or 151 in odds before, and Wilson at 301, I believe. But still, Wilson are, according to bookmakers, should be in 21st place, but are up in the promotion fight, so that's very, very impressive by them. And we did get a fine here for having 8 yellow cards in our last game. But anyway, that will be everything for this episode. So if you have enjoyed the content, please leave a like. It really, really means a lot, actually. So that would be awesome. And also, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do so as well, just to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Rawslowgaming. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.